Hello, welcome back. Well, last weekend's Victorian election saw a decisive victory handed to the Labor Party, but in elections there are winners and losers and not everyone's happy, James.
Well, I think that there's winners and there's losers, and those winners and losers can be very complex. In other words,
Sure.
The ambulance drivers and paramedics down in Victoria are probably very happy because they've had a long-running dispute, as you know, with the Liberal government, the coalition government. The other people involved in essential services are probably pretty happy, and those of us who depend on those essential services, maybe we're happy as well because of that. But there is one potential loser, and we don't know if it's going to be a loser, but there's reasons to be concerned.
Church groups, yeah?
Well,
a
particularly
lot of faith-based groups quite
right.
upset. And is this just because church groups tend to be quite politically conservative, James?
Absolutely not. The reason that people are concerned is that there's a plan in the Labor platform to make it illegal for churches to run their institutions along the lines of their faith-based ethos, particularly when it comes to hiring. Because of the religious nature of institutions, generally speaking, whether it's in the United States or Australia or in the UK or so forth, you can hire people who are co-religionists to come and teach in your schools. Obviously, if you didn't, then your school wouldn't really be a reflection of your faith.
So if I'm the principal of a Baptist school, for example, and I'd like to have as many teachers as possible be Baptists, so that they can sort of stand united and influence the pupils. Yeah,
well, you can't teach what you don't have, Ken. And if what you're trying to teach as part of your curriculum is a Christian ethic, let's just say the Baptist faith or the Catholic faith in Catholic schools, or in the case of my own denomination, the Adventist Church, you want people who are living, breathing exemplars of what that faith is all about. Because, as we know, we learn more from who people are than what they say.
James, though, shouldn't church organisations also be exemplars of what it means not to discriminate? Because that's what this is about, isn't it? Well, why should a church organisation have a right to not employ someone simply because they're from another religion?
Well, I think that you're misunderstanding what discrimination is. Well, of course, we always discriminate. We discriminate between people who have teaching licenses and people who don't. We discriminate on the basis of people's years of experience or expertise. So discrimination as a sort of a word is a little bit overused. There are elements where we don't want discrimination, where discrimination is illegitimate in the area of race and gender and so forth. But when a job is tied to someone's faith, it's not unlawful, or it's not inappropriate discrimination. We want every Catholic priest to be a Roman Catholic. That's fair enough. We want every teacher who is in a faith-based school to be exemplars of that faith, if possible. It's a legitimate job criteria. Very, very different from, for example, if it's a zookeeper, who cares if they're a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness or an atheist or whatever? It makes absolutely no difference. In the case of a faith-based school set up to transfer the faith and knowledge from one generation to the next, faith is absolutely a legitimate and critical part of the hiring process.
Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see, how this new government takes on that challenge.
Well, I'm hoping very strongly that politicians are very good at breaking promises. I hope that they break this one, because if they don't, it's really going to be a major, major problem.
Okay, thanks for your time, James.
Pleasure.